return after these messages.
If you could buy a thin diaper that dramatically cut leakage, even overnight, wouldn't you try it? This is it.
Your kid's Crest. You see, Crest has four.
Ang sakit, di mo alam kung kailan tatama sa iyong anak.
Ay, sasahin ka ba?
Showing close up to film.
Sandaan man sa Sanbamadang Chat.
May paliwanag mo, bakit may apat na baso ko sa likod?
There's so much pressure everywhere to be a certain way. And I feel like the word, rare word, especially applying it to people. It's basically saying you're authentic and you are meant to be who you are and you're rare.
The rise of social media and media sharing applications does wonders to bring us closer together as people. But it also gives way to the rise of something else: misinformation. With the amount of people sharing information on the internet, it is difficult to classify misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. And a lot of that boils down to intention. Are big companies lying to us to sell us their products efficiently? Or are influencers sharing products that they truly believe will help us as a result? Are we all victims of false information? Or are there better ways to navigate media to help us make better decisions, not only for ourselves and our investments, but for the world as a whole? People have always used media to promote their business. From infomercials that lasted hours to 30-second clips on TikTok, the visual medium has always been an efficient way to get people's attention. Arguably, a little too efficient. From a time where it seemed like people had to convince you to buy something, nowadays the need to be in or trendy means just a glimpse or mention of a product gets it wiped off the shelf in no time. In the company's point of view, this is great. More business means more money, which explains the high number of advertisements on short-form entertainment like YouTube or TikTok. For our world, however, this leads to a multitude of problems. Are these products environmentally friendly? Are they ethically sourced? Are workers being treated properly? Are these products meant to last a few months exclusively, effectively raising waste generation worldwide? These are questions that are answered less and less as advertisements get shorter and shorter. Very important questions with important consequences, forgotten to cute transitions and pretty fonts. But this is changing. Lately, there has been a call to action for major corporations in particular to start thinking about sustainability first and foremost. People are starting to ask questions, and companies are delivering. Or it only seems like they are. This is where misinformation gets the spotlight. Or in this example, disinformation. Companies participate in a phenomenon known as greenwashing, focusing resources on branding themselves as environmentally friendly and sustainable, while either not being sustainable at all or spending little to no effort in reverting their own bad business practices. A lot of environmental buzzwords get thrown in packaging, descriptions, and more importantly, in advertisements. This is the danger of such short-form advertisements. People can take advantage of greenwashing and these buzzwords and say things that may not be true. And since the videos are so short, we do not expect an explanation. We no longer look for any more reason, or sometimes we do not question. Sometimes we just hit order. Buying these products may seem harmless, but the rise in various issues prove otherwise. The fast fashion industry thrives in creating and selling cheap, usually poorly made garments. Garments which, for some, are created by people in horrible work environments, made so flimsy they only last a couple of washes, and spend more time in garbage piles and landfills than on any person. Big tech companies can hide behind their promises of longer battery life and powerful processors, while importing their materials from areas with dangerous working conditions and lying about their promise to make their products last a very long time. It is very hard to separate the truth from lies, and even harder to distinguish genuine reviews from buzzwords and tricks used to convince you. It can seem easy to get lost in the fads and the trends, but just like them, our satisfaction with these products will end just as soon as it starts. Buying products should always be seen as an investment, where weighing the pros and the cons of not only the product itself, but the company's practices is the norm, and companies lying to their customers are held accountable. As consumers, we need to ask more questions. We need to demand answers. And we need the truth. Misinformation and disinformation shouldn't satisfy us anymore. Our world will only thrive once we start paying more attention to what goes in and out of our homes, and how we approach our own consumption is the first step. Start your own research. Think about where this product will be a few months from now, a few years. What kind of impact will you make on the world long after you are gone? Sustainability isn't cheap. It costs effort and a lot more money to support companies that truly source their products sustainably and take action to help the world be a better place. But this is what it's supposed to be. If a product is really that cheap, not only you, but the entire world is paying more than just money.